and welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I am Sarah Joy. It's time for episode 8 of Tea Tuesday, and I have a fun snack for us planned. Last week was a crazy busy week. It was go, go, go all week long. So much fun. But as part of that week, I was able to get a few packages of fruity cereal Keto Chow the day that it released, because I did hang out with the bears, the owners of Keto Chow. So thank you so much for giving that to me and helping to inspire today's recipe video. We are going to be making fruity doodles. So let's get started. To make our fruity doodles, we're gonna need a couple of things. The first thing we are gonna need is 1 package of Keto Chow fruit cereal. We're gonna need 1 cup of sweetener. This is an allulose monk fruit bread. We're going to need some keto flour. I am using Victoria's keto flour. I was gonna show you how I put it together, but I had just enough left for this recipe. And since I'm getting ready to go pretty strict carnivore for hopefully the next 90 days starting on Saturday, I don't wanna make more flour and have it ready to go. So I'm just gonna use what I have. We're also going to need 1 cup of butter softened, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, and some sugar-free rainbow sprinkles. All right, let's get this camera turned around and let's get started making our fruity doodles. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take our softened butter, which again is 1 cup of softened butter, and we're just gonna plop it into our bowl. Be sure to get all that yummy butter out of the package. Then to our butter, we're gonna add 1 cup of our sugar-free sweetener of choice. Again, I'm using an allulose monk fruit blend. And hopefully I have just enough in here. This is a granular mix. And wouldn't you look at that, I have enough. I'm gonna need to order more of this, but for now, I'm not even gonna worry about it because my goal is not to bake for the next 90 days. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so now that I have my butter and my sweetener in here, I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to take my mixer and I'm gonna beat it until it's nice and fluffy. All right, that mixture is now nice and fluffy. I'm gonna just turn that to the side and I'm gonna set our butter mixture over somewhere else. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring over our 2 cups of Victoria's keto flour. And to it, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to add the package of fruity cereal Keto Chow. We're gonna add our 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Our 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Next, I'm going to just take a fork and I'm going to combine it well. So when I make my Victoria's keto flour, I make it with bamboo fiber. I was a little bit short on the one that I made with bamboo fiber, so I had made one previously with oat fiber, and I don't really care for it, but I was like a 1/4 cup short on having enough with the bamboo fiber, and I just added that to it. It'll work just fine. All right, so that's good. I'm gonna bring over my butter mixture now. And to this bowl, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And we're going to grab our eggs as well. So this cookie recipe is going to be reminiscent of a sugar type cookie. Now that I have those in there, I'm going to blend those together. And then the next thing I'm going to do is start adding our flour mixture. All right, so at this point, our dough is done and ready to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean off the beaters and we'll be right back to roll this dough. So since I was lucky enough to get a few packages of the fruit cereal from Keto Chow on Wednesday, I was able to come up with this recipe and I shared it. I brought it one day to the parks when we went to the parks last week. And my cookie scoop is broken. Okay, so we're gonna have to come up with plan B. I'm just gonna use a teaspoon and my hands are clean and we're just gonna gently roll the cookies and then we're just going to roll them in the sprinkles and set them on the tray. All right, I'm gonna get this into fast forward and you'll see me putting the rest of the cookies together. So here is the tray of Fruity Doodles. As you can see, I did run out of rainbow sprinkles. So I'm using a little bit of chocolate sprinkles. I have a tiny bit of dough left, but here's 20 that I'm gonna get baking in the oven right now. They're gonna go into the oven at 350 for about 12 minutes. The timer just went off for the Fruity Doodles, so we're gonna go ahead and pull them out of the oven and make sure that they are done. They smell amazing, and then they are perfectly done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these cool on the tray for a minute, and then I'm going to put them on a cooling rack. And once they're cool, we'll come back and make our tea and sit down and spill the tea. All right, it's time to sit down and spill the tea. Today we are using my rose confetti tea for one. And to go with our fruity doodles, I have chosen a blueberry green tea. This is by Harney and Sons. It's actually really good. And I'm not a huge green tea fan. And then I have 2 little fruity doodles on a plate. So let's go ahead and give these a try. So I'll show you. The texture is nice and cakey, and they're squishy like cake. So just how I wanted them to be, soft, cakey-like, and hopefully delicious. Actually, I know they're delicious because I made them before. Absolutely wonderful. And then I'll attempt to have a sip of tea. It is very, very hot if you can see the steam coming off of it. Delicious. A very good combination for those two. I knew the fruit flavored tea would help balance the fruit flavored cookies. All right, so let's spill the tea on how this week has went. The first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to show you recent acquisitions for my tea collection. I mentioned last week that I ordered them and they have officially arrived. I got more of the Miranda Ker Friendship series mugs to go with the one. So now I have completely finished this set, and Ghost is down here. Go lay down, buddy. He's gonna try, he wants my cookies, but he can't have them. In the chair, buddy. So this one is Tranquility. Then this is Hope. I was hoping they had Joy and stuff like that, but they didn't, excuse me, they didn't have it. So this is just, it just says Friendship and it's pink. It's a beautiful pink. Then they have a light sage green or mint green. I think it's more sagey than mint, but that's just me. And then a beautiful turquoise. So I have 6 of those now. And when I was looking around to make sure that they still had the set of china that I want, which is Miranda Ker Friendship, I noticed that they have a different collection of mugs. So that may go on my want list as well. Don't know when I'll be getting anything else China related. It'll probably be May at the earliest, but we'll see. I'm very happy with how the collection is going and it's super cool. I was able to bless Rachel from Two Crazy Keto's mom. She collects tea for ones. So I gifted her one of my tea for ones and I hope that she will enjoy it for many, many years to come. So I just now have the 3 tea for ones. There's another couple ones that I have my eyes on, but I don't know if I'm gonna get them because I don't know where I want to put them. And now that I'm at the point in collecting where I have to know where I'm going to put it, that does at least make me pause and think more before I add something to my collection. So this past week has been super, super busy. It was so much fun. We did a crazy amount of walking. So it started on Sunday evening. I invited Joe and Rachel and Chris and Miriam and their kids over and we had cupcakes. So that was a lot of fun. We had the cupcakes that I made in last week's Tea Tuesday video because, of course, I don't need that many cupcakes. So we had that, which was a great way to just welcome them and launch our very, very busy week to get to meet the kids and everything. And I know Rachel was very excited, and so was Miriam, to see my tea collection because they're always making comments about it. So it was fun to show them all of my beautiful china. Then Monday, we met at Hollywood Studios, spent the whole day at Hollywood Studios. We had a blast. The boys got to build lightsabers, which they were super excited about. Then Tuesday, we spent the entire day at Epcot. So we mostly walked around. We got to do Guardians, which it's my favorite coaster on Disney property. And I love being able to go with new people. So everybody enjoyed that. We also had a wonderful lunch at Beer Garden in Germany on Tuesday. So that was a lot of fun. It was a nice way to just stop and get nice and full because we were so busy. We didn't really eat much all week. It was a lot of little snacky things. I think I had 2 keto bricks. I had 4 or 5 meat bars so the venison meat bars. But other than that, we really didn't eat much. We ate Tuesday, and then I think on Thursday I had a turkey leg, and then I think I came home that night and I had a little bit of a charcuterie. Friday night we went out to dinner, but Thursday we spent the day at Universal, we had a blast. I really enjoyed. It was my second time at Universal, but it was really kind of like my first time because the first time we went, we just kind of walked around both parks and got a little bit of a lay of the land. We rode Velocicoaster the first time, and then we did ET, and that's all we did. So Universal was a very, very new experience for Matt and I. But we had so much fun. We did the Bourne show, which was absolutely fantastic. And I'm not a show type person. I usually think they're a waste of time. But this one, I will definitely go back and see again. It was great. We also saw the horror makeup show, which was really fun. We sat in the front row. I know Joe was talking about he hopes that they're going to pick on one of the kids. And at one point I turned to Miriam and I said, no, they're going to pick on me. They always pick on me because I get so flustered and I turn bright red with embarrassment, which makes for a great entertainment. Well, anyway, they had the main guy come out and he's got a knife stuck in his chest. And he's started flirting with me and says, I need some help. So I get up and he's asking for mouth to mouth. And I, of course, told him I'm married. It was comical. And even now I'm turning red just talking about it. I was so red in the face. It was not even funny. And then for the rest of the day, everybody teased me that I have 2 boyfriends because when I went before, my daughter wanted to see Beetlejuice. We saw Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice flirted with me. So now my husband has competition between the horror makeup guy and Beetlejuice. But we had a wonderful time riding all the rides and stuff like that. Friday we went and we did Universal. Not Universal, it was Islands of Adventure. We ended up in both parks both days, which was fantastic. We got to ride Velocicoaster twice. We got to ride Hagrid's motorbike twice, which that was the first time I had ridden that. That ride is fantastic. I absolutely love it. I think it's my favorite coaster. I have only done the 2 coasters at Universal, which was Hagrid's and Velocicoaster. I haven't done any other ones. The second day when we were doing more coasters, I was just really feeling super tired, way overstimulated, so I wasn't in the mood to ride a whole lot of roller coasters, which is fine. I can always go back, and then it was nice because I got to watch everybody's bags and we didn't have to use lockers and stuff like that. So that was so much fun. Then Friday night, we went to Rodizio Grill for dinner. So it was Matt and I, and then it was all 6 of the Bears and Joe and Rachel, and then it was John, Paul, Michelle, and Peyton. So we had so much fun. Rodizio, that was the first time I've been to Rodizio Grill. I think I like Texas State Brazil better. What I did like about Rodizio is they had some different types of meat. So they did like a ribeye, and they had Parmesan steak, which was really good, and they had a garlic steak, which was fantastic. And then of course they do the Brazilian cheese, which that stuff was amazing. But as far as the seasoning on the meat, I think the seasoning and the flavor on the meats at Texas State Brazil is better. So I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed the pacing better at Texas State Brazil. Part of that could have been the fact that it's usually just Matt and I, and because we're a party of 2, they sit us much closer to the kitchen, and we can get meat service pretty quickly. Since we were a party of 13 at Rodizio Grill, that could have been part of the pacing issue, but it seemed like we spent a lot of time waiting for more meat to come around, which is fine. We had a good time. We talked and had a blast. Then I came home on Friday night, went straight to bed, and slept hard until my alarm went off at 6 o'clock. Or 5 o'clock, excuse me, on Saturday, and I started prepping for the tea party. So if you haven't already seen that video, you can see the tea party prep video that will have come out yesterday. So go check that out if you haven't. And in there, it's got pictures of the tea party and everything. It was wonderful. We had a great time. We got some new people that haven't been to one of our meetups before. And I really enjoyed getting to know new people. There was so much amazing food, and just had a great time of fellowship. Everyone seemed to really enjoy their gift bags. I got several emails, which I still need to respond to, saying thank you for everything and for putting it all together, which was wonderful. I hadn't gotten thank you emails before. Not that I expect them, because I don't, but it was just something nice that people took the time to go ahead and send another message just saying thank you and how blessed they were to be able to come and enjoy the tea party. So that was a lot of fun. I know Nancy and I are going to just do 2 bigger meetups a year. The next one will be sometime in the fall. We have not decided a date, but when we do, we will talk about that and release that. She is going to pick the next theme, so I'm super excited to see what she comes up with for that, because of course mine was a tea party this time. So that's pretty much everything that went on this week. Ghost was super clingy on Sunday. I spent the whole day in pajamas pretty much and slept most of the day, and Ghost just was very clingy, and it was just because we didn't get to spend the amount of time that we normally spend with him. So he was happy to have us home. He's happy to have us home now. We're gonna take him on a hike in a little bit so he can burn some more energy, and he's getting really big. Let me see if I can move things around a little bit and call him over. No, sir. Come here, Ghost. Come here, buddy. Come on. You wanna come say hi? Do you come say hi? Come here, boy. Oh. And he is 5.5 months old now. And as you can see, he fills up my entire lap. So he's a big boy. He's definitely looking like a teenager. And he acts like a teenager most of the time. But he's a good boy. He's learning his manners. He still jumps on the counter a lot, but we're working on it. It does take time. So yeah, we'll get there eventually. But he's doing good and getting super big. All right, well, I think that's kind of all that I have, because I was busy and gone all week. I didn't get any crafting done or anything like that. What I did want to share was over the course of the week, we climbed 58 set of stairs. Let me double check that on my watch, if I haven't deleted it already. I probably deleted it. Oh no, here I can get my weekly summary. All right, so last week I burned 6,528 calories according to my Apple Watch. I did 97,849 steps, which was a distance of 42.8 miles. I climbed 58 flights of stairs and was active for 5 hours and 16 minutes over the entire week. So that was an enormously active week, which explains why on Sunday, when we had nothing to do, I crashed hard, and I'm still kind of tired today as well. So yeah, but feeling better, got extra rest and all that kind of stuff, which was much needed. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and say goodbye. If you try the recipe for the fruity doodles, let me know what you think down below. If you like seeing content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that every time I upload a new Tea Tuesday video, you'll be alerted to it. And don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below. We will chat again soon. Bye for now. Have a joyful day.